Now the only thing I've done since the last video is to clean up the boxes and to unpack the charger and plug it into the outlet in the wall. So now I'm just going to boot it up the first time and plug in the adapter, which I thought was magnetic, but after trying a few times I realized that it's not. At least it seemed like it's not. It's hard to say, but it's not like a MagSafe that you're familiar from the MacBook, but it has some kind of the same feeling. Yeah, some magnetism is involved, but not helping. Just get that in there. Alright, it will take some time to get used to, I think. Let's see if this thing boots up like it's supposed to. You can see that the LEDs is getting on there. You can see this from the screen that it's there's very much reflection from it. I can see myself pretty much there. Also seem to be small amount of backlight bleed from the bottom edge of the screen, but it's not much, but it's there and it's you can see it. Otherwise the screen looks really nice. I'll just pause here and do the initial setup of Windows. During the setup I have just initialized everything, and what you notice here is that the fan is really getting loud here. On this stage I'll just bring it closer and see if there's anything you can hear. Oh, sorry, charger went out. It's port. Just trying to get it back in. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's really getting loud this point. Oh, it was released with Windows 8. I thought it was with Windows 8.1. Anyway, it seems to be filled with bloatware as usual. I'll check out those apps later. And otherwise, the touchpad feels quite responsive. The material of the touchpad is a little too... It has a little too high friction for my liking, but that's obviously personal. And oh, it has found some kind of background for my account. Now it wants to restart. I don't know why. Alright, let's do that. We'll be back. And we are back up and running. As I was saying, the touchpad feels a little hard to, use, and the sensitivity is low for my taste, but of course that is just a setting. So anyway, looks nice, seems to have some kind of bloatware here as well. Could be the same as here, I'm not sure. Otherwise the scrolling feels like, I noticed in the setup that there was sometimes that it disregarded the multi-touch gesture and instead just moved the mouse. Could have been just that once. Otherwise right now it feels really nice. Also the reboot was firmware update, so it could be that it actually got a better firmware for the touchpad immediately. Otherwise, yeah, if you see on the, I don't know if you can see that very well, but the keyboard is indeed backlit, and as I've seen on other Sony products, it's quite nice backlighting. I don't know how much is supposed to be backlit, but this is, for me, very indeed sufficient. The touchscreen feels very responsive. Let's put this in tablet mode and just see how responsive it is in that mode. Just adjust the camera here. Feels, yeah, it's nice. It's as a Windows machine usually is. If you've ever felt one, you know that the touchscreens are usually quite responsive. Now I think my fingers are not perfect for this right now. Also, I unpacked the digitizer pen made by Entrig. I've only used Wacom pens before for note taking, and this will be my first time ever using a Entrig pen. First thing I notice is the material. It goes really nice with the aluminum of the notebook, as it's also aluminum made here, and it's not heavy in that sense, but it's definitely heavier than Wacom pens. Not sure that's a bad thing. It feels really nice, but if there's one problem with the weight is that it's distributed to the end of the pen. So I know the balance is I cannot show you. Anyway, the balance is the major weight is at the back of the pen, so feels a little weird using it. Anyway, just jump into some note-taking app and just see how it works. Cannot find it. Don't know what it's called. Anything like that. Now I notice that the fan is going down after the initial setup. Could be that the initial setup was just, what's this? No, thank you. Can I? Well, at least the pen is noticed and it's discovered. I don't know if you can see any of this. See if I can just zoom in a bit. See, no, you cannot see. You see the pointer some, and the pointer is lagging behind some, but it's of course that is to be expected. But my spontaneous reaction is that it's more lagging than Wacom. However, feels like the position is better than Wacom's, which is a good thing. I've always been annoyed with the position always being off by a few millimeters, or not full millimeters, but you know, some. Let's go back. Anyway, it seems like a really nice computer, and as I said in the video before, the finish is really premium feeling. It's all aluminum, and the switch also feels really nice. It really feels like, you know, you're switching from one mode to another. The screen over. Oh, sorry, I forgot to zoom out. That was my mistake. The screen also looks very nice. For me, who has only been using laptops with TN panels before, this is a huge improvement from my other laptops. It's still quite loud. It's getting there. It's just don't want to keep silent. Like the Pro version, or the Vaio Pro, it's quite loud at times, and right now it's indeed very loud, annoyingly loud actually. If I just close this, I'll just feel if it's hot. On the bottom, just at the charger, it's it's kind of hot, and otherwise still cool. It hasn't been running for that long though. But the feeling of this computer is that it's nice. It's not perfect for me, but for me that we just want to have, you know, a really nice computer with note-taking capabilities and stuff like that. This seemed like the best alternative. And yeah, the keyboard, the last thing I'll take right now is the keyboard, and you get the feeling it's really, you know, plastic keys, not that premium feeling. If the chassis is really made of premium materials, they have compromised on the keys. For me, sitting here, this makes the keys, just tapping them this lightly, just, you know, makes a really plastic sound. And the type experience is, well, they feel kind of, I don't know how to describe it. For me, it feels nice typing on them, but the feeling that it's plastic, you know, just shines through when you type. So the feeling is good, but could have been improved. Just you know, switching material on the keyboard. Otherwise, the keys actually have a fair amount of travel and feels kind of nice. Yeah, I don't think I have much more on this right now. If you have any requests on something that I should record, or something that you want to see, please just leave a comment or something. Yeah, that's it for this time. First video ever done.